Good at watching films more than once, but there are a couple. Probably the one that I can just easily put on is Apocalypse Now.
Gerard Butler is not who you think he is. The Scottish action star, the romantic lead, King Leonidas screaming, "This is Sparta!"
This is Sparta!
But before all that, Butler was a lawyer, a trainee at an Edinburgh law firm. He got fired for missing work. He chose movies instead. Cinema saved him. Butler doesn't come from film school. He comes from life. I am from Scotland, from struggle. He learned acting by watching films, by studying performances, by disappearing into theaters. He's a cinephile hiding inside an action hero's body. His taste runs deep, runs classic, runs unexpectedly.
How to Train Your Dragon was surprisingly one of the most special experiences I ever had. It was just fun to go in.
These 10 films shaped Gerard Butler from war epics to disaster movies, from comedies to harrowing dramas. This is the education of a man who became King Leonidas, who became Mike Banning, who became a star. These are his teachers, his obsessions, his favorites. Let's begin. 10. The Warriors 1979. Walter Hill directs a New York nightmare. A gang called the Warriors attends a citywide meeting.
This film, I think, is gratuitous because it manages all. I mean, it's one of those films where just everything, and it's so beautiful, but it's all...
A charismatic leader wants to unite all gangs. He gets murdered. The Warriors get blamed.
Fucking A. Hey!
Now they must fight their way home through enemy territory. Every gang in New York wants them dead. The journey is brutal, stylized. Unforgettable. Hill creates a comic book come to life. Each gang has its own look, its own code. The baseball furies with painted faces, the punks on roller skates. Every neighborhood is different. Every fight is different. The film moves like a fever dream, like urban mythology. Warriors, come out to play! The line echoes forever. Butler loves this film's raw energy, its unapologetic style. The Warriors teach him that action doesn't need big budgets. It needs attitude, I need rhythm. Needs commitment to its vision. Hill shows that genre films can be art, that pulp can be pure. This lesson stays with Butler. His career in action films starts here, with warriors fighting their way home. 9. Knocked Up. 2007, Judd Apatow makes a comedy about consequences.
Yeah, one of my favourite movies is Mr. Saturday Night Live, and Billy Crystal plays the comedian, and he gets his big break.
That's right, when they had television.
Ben Stone is a slacker. Allison Scott is ambitious. They have a one-night stand. She gets pregnant.
Looks like you are pregnant. About 8 or 9 weeks, I'd say. Congratulations.
They barely know each other. Now they must figure out if they can build something real. The premise is simple. The execution is brilliant. Seth Rogen plays Ben with perfect awkwardness. Katherine Heigl plays Allison with grounded charm. Apatow finds truth in comedy, finds heart in raunchiness. The film is hilarious, but it's also honest, about relationships, about growing up, about responsibility, about love sneaking up when you're not ready. Butler calls this one of his favorite films of all time. He loves its honesty, its warmth. Later, he stars opposite Heigl in The Ugly Truth. He's in awe of her. Knocked Up shows Butler that comedy can be meaningful, that laughter and depth aren't enemies. Apatow teaches him that the best comedies hurt a little, that they make you feel while they make you laugh. 8. Heat, 1995. Michael Mann creates the ultimate crime epic. Robert De Niro plays Neil McCauley, a professional thief. Al Pacino plays Vincent Hanna.
He's just filmed it so beautifully. I mean, I watch it myself, and what's great is, as well, the battles, because they're so stylized, it's like the guys eat it up, but the women...
The detective is hunting him. They're mirrors of each other, both brilliant, both obsessed, both alone.
Get out! And stay out! Sit there. Sit there.
The cat and mouse game becomes respect, becomes recognition. They meet for coffee. The conversation crackles, two titans facing each other. The bank robbery scene is legendary. The downtown LA shootout is still the best ever filmed. Man shoots Los Angeles like a character cold. beautiful, unforgiving. The action is realistic, visceral. The drama is operatic. Heat doesn't choose between character and action. It gives you both perfect, balanced, unforgettable. Butler studies this film, the professionalism of Macaulay's crew, the dedication to craft. Heat shows him that action heroes can be intelligent, can be methodical, can have codes. Man teaches him that cool doesn't mean cold, that intensity can be quiet. This influences Butler's Mike Banning, his controlled action heroes. Heat is the template. 7. The Poseidon Adventure. 1972, Ronald Neame directs Disaster with Style. New Year's Eve. The SS Poseidon cruises the ocean. A tidal wave hits. The ship flips upside down. Passengers must climb up to the bottom of the ship to survive. What was the ceiling is now the floor. Everything is inverted. Survival becomes a nightmare. Gene Hackman leads the cast. A reverend who questions God while trying to save people, Shelley Winters. Ernest Borgnine, red buttons. The ensemble is perfect. The tension never stops. Water rises, fire spreads, time runs out. Neame makes disaster feel real, personal, terrifying. Butler absolutely loves this film. He could watch it again and again. He auditioned for the 2005 remake. I didn't get it. Thank God, because that failure led him to 300. The Poseidon Adventure teaches Butler about survival stories, about ordinary people becoming heroes, about disaster moviecraft. He later applies these lessons in Greenland, in Geostorm. The Poseidon Adventure doesn't get better than this. 6. Braveheart 1995. Mel Gibson directs and stars in the epic Scottish Rebellion. William Wallace fights for freedom. Against English tyranny, the film is massive, brutal, emotional. Gibson doesn't hold back. The battle scenes are visceral. The romance is sweeping. The politics are simplified but effective. Braveheart is old-fashioned filmmaking. Grand, passionate, unashamed. The film won Best Picture, Best Director, 5 Oscars total. It made Scotland heroic again, made kilts cool, made freedom feel tangible. They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom. The speech is iconic, corny. Perfect. Gibson commits completely. The film works because he believes it. For Butler, a Scotsman, this film matters personally. Braveheart shows him that Scottish heroes can lead Hollywood epics, that his accent can be an asset, that his heritage is cinematic. When Zack Snyder casts him as Leonidas, Butler channels Wallace, the warrior king, the underdog fighter. Braveheart proves Scottish warriors sell tickets. Butler's entire action career exists in Braveheart's shadow. 5. Gladiator 2000, Ridley Scott resurrects the sword and sandal epic. Russell Crowe is Maximus, a general betrayed by the emperor. His family was murdered. He becomes a gladiator, fights his way back to Rome, fights for revenge, for honor, for his family's memory. Joaquin Phoenix plays Commodus, the weak emperor, the jealous son. Their clash is personal, visceral, inevitable. Scott directs with muscular poetry. The opening battle in Germania is stunning. The gladiator fights are brutal. Theater Rome looks magnificent, decaying, corrupt. Hans Zimmer's score soars. Crowe is phenomenal, raw, powerful, wounded. My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius. The speech gives chills. Gladiator wins Best Picture, revives historical epics. Butler watches this and sees possibility, sees that ancient warriors can be modern heroes, that swords and sandals aren't dead. Gladiator opens the door. 6 years later, Butler walks through it. 300 wouldn't exist without Gladiator. Scott teaches Butler how to play warrior kings, how to balance brutality and nobility, how to make ancient battles feel contemporary. This is the blueprint for Scarface 1983. Brian De Palma remakes the 1932 gangster classic. Al Pacino as Tony Montana. Cuban refugee, cocaine dealer, American dreamer Tony wants everything. Power, money, respect, the world. He gets it all. Then watch it crumble. The rise and fall compressed into epic tragedy, excessive, violent, unforgettable. Pacino goes big, huge, operatic. Say hello to my little friend. The final shootout is insane. Tony, high on cocaine, facing an army going down fighting. Oliver Stone writes the screenplay. De Palma directs with Baroque intensity. Scarface is too much. That's the point. It's about American excess, about wanting more until more destroys you. Butler loves Scarface's commitment, its refusal to be subtle. Tony Montana never apologizes, never backs down, even when he's wrong, especially when he's wrong. This influences Butler's approach to big roles. Go hard or go home. Commit completely. Make bold choices. Scarface teaches him that audiences remember passion, remember excess, remember performances that risk everything. Play it safe, you disappear. Play it like Pacino, you're immortal. 3. The Deer Hunter, 1978. Michael Cimino makes war-destroy friendship. 3 steelworkers from Pennsylvania: Mike, Nick, Steven. They're best friends. They go to Vietnam, the war breaks them. Russian roulette becomes the central metaphor. The Viet Cong force them to play gun to head. Pull the trigger, hope the chamber's empty. The horror is intimate, psychological, unbearable. Robert De Niro plays Mike. Christopher Walken is Nick. The transformation is devastating. Walken won the Oscar, deserved it. The wedding sequence before Vietnam lasts an hour. Cimino shows us their world, their bonds, so we feel the loss. The film is 3 hours long, feels longer, intentionally. War isn't quick. Trauma is forever. Butler respects the Deer Hunter's brutality, its refusal to glorify war. Its focus on friendship was destroyed. Cimino doesn't show heroic battles. He shows damage, shows wounds that never heal. This stays with Butler, influences how he approaches military characters. Mike Banning isn't invincible. He's wounded, tired, humans. The Deer Hunter teaches that real warriors carry scars, that survival costs everything. 2. The Godfather, 1972. Francis Ford Coppola changes cinema forever. Marlon Brando is Don Corleone, the Godfather patriarch, monster, businessman, family man, all at once. Al Pacino is Michael, the war hero, the good son, who becomes worse than his father. The transformation is gradual, perfect, terrifying. We watch Michael's soul die slowly. The film is flawless. Every performance, every shot, every decision. Gordon Willis's cinematography creates shadows and secrets. Nino Rota's score is haunting. The horsehead, the baptism murders, the closing door. Iconic moments stacked on iconic moments. The Godfather wins Best Picture, becomes the standard. The film all films are measured against. Butler returns to The Godfather constantly, studies Brando's stillness, Pacino's eyes, the way power corrupts, the way family justifies everything. Coppola shows that great films are about detail, about patience, about trusting your actors. The Godfather teaches Butler that less is more, that quiet intensity beats loud bombast, that the best performances whisper. Everyone heard Brando whisper. The whole world listened. 1. Apocalypse, now 1979. Francis Ford Coppola again. This time madness. Captain Willard travels upriver to kill Colonel Kurtz, a rogue officer gone native. The journey is hallucinatory, nightmarish. Vietnam is hell, as a fever dream. Martin Sheen plays Willard, dead-eyed, numb. Marlon Brando is Kurtz, barely in the film, dominates it anyway. The horror, the horror. The production was chaotic. Coppola nearly died making it. The film shows. You feel the insanity. The helicopter attack with Wagner Kilgore, love the smell of napalm. The Playboy Bunnies, surreal USO show. Dennis Hopper ranting. Every scene feels dangerous. Real. Apocalypse. Now isn't just about Vietnam, it's about darkness. about civilization's thin veneer, about madness as truth. Butler calls this his favorite film of all time. He could watch it endlessly. Most people can't watch Apocalypse Now once. It's too intense, too dark, too devastating. But Butler sees something: the commitment, the artistry, the sound design by Walter Murch, the cinematography by Vittorio Storaro. Coppola risked everything, created something immortal. Apocalypse Now teaches Butler that great art requires sacrifice, requires obsession, requires madness. This is his North Star, his masterpiece, his favorite film forever. 10 films, one action star's education, from war's horror to disaster's thrill, from Scottish warriors to American gangsters. These movies were made Gerard Butler, taught him to commit to risk, to disappear into roles. Which film surprised you? Subscribe for more.